Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and I hope you're doing well. And it feels like forever since I've said that, and I think it has. I think it's been around 8 months since I've actually last filmed a YouTube video. So yeah, I hope everyone is good. It is the new year and I was like, one of the things that I wanted to get back into was filming. I was just so scared. So I thought I would do it and just give it a go and just slowly ramp up. Before I get started in the actual video, because I will probably ramble on as always, but yeah, in the past year I've literally just been doing my day-to-day job. The last video would have been me starting my new job at Google, and that's been going really well. I'll probably do a separate video on that. I've been traveling to quite a few countries last year. I didn't actually vlog any of it, kind of did more content on like Instagram and TikTok, etc. So yeah, I really hope that I start to get back into it, and let me know if there are any other videos that you would like me to film on my YouTube channel. But for today, I wanted to film some top tips on CV writing and kind of anyone who's about to start their career or kind of started a new job and looking for another one, just any tips and tricks that I've used over the last 2 years that have helped me. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy it, and if you guys have any tips, also feel free to leave it down in the bottom so we can all help each other out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. And I'm so nervous, by the way, like to film. I'm so scared, and even the thought of editing, etc. just makes me so nervous, but we got this, it's all good. So yeah, my first tip is using action verbs to actually describe what you've done rather than just stating it. I'm going to link down below a doc that has really helped me. It's from the Harvard website, and it's got all these action verbs separated out by like creativity, leadership, etc. And it's a really great way to show whoever's reading your CV what you've done rather than just saying I did this, I did that, or like just using the same words over and over again. For example, with my old role where I might have had to use like analytical skills, you can break it down to like evaluate, examine, analyze, or communication. You could use like negotiate, present, influence, and even for leadership, like you could write manage, administer, and even creative skills. So I'm just listing them all out because it honestly, that list really excited me. That's why I feel like I've changed so much as a person, that these sort of things get me excited. But like for like creative skills like brainstorming, visualizing, so many things like that. And I think by actually using action words at the start of your CV, it will make it shorter. Instead of saying I did this, you can literally say utilizing, helping, or projected, etc., which is what I've just done in my CV. My second tip is tailoring your CV to the company and the role. So if you're going for an internal role like what I did last year, I think you kind of already might have tailored it. But if you're applying to another company elsewhere, tailoring it to that company using kind of words from their website, their mission and value, and just to show them that you are really connected. And that might mean creating multiple drafts and multiple different copies and variations, but it will make you stand out. So if I'm talking in the world of digital marketing, like last year when I was applying for this account strategist role, but I was also looking into other roles, for example a performance marketing exec, and for that you'd want to kind of relate your CV to a more specific way than the other role. And so I had about 25-30 drafts for different companies, different roles that I was applying for, and you really want to tailor it because when that HR or hiring manager is looking at it, they want to see that you actually do know about the role. And if you can show the experience that you've done based on your role through that, they'll be really impressed. Another thing that is also kind of an extra point is you'll have so much experience from your role, you won't need everything. And I am such a hoarder in that sense that I would want to put everything, and you do not need to do that. So just kind of find out key bits that are needed in the new role, and you can kind of show what you've done through from your old role, if that makes sense. I hope it does. If not, I'll slap it up on there. And my third tip related to that is use data to back everything up. Your numbers will help you sell yourself even more. And I think with my CV, most of my bullet points I've got that have got a number, where that's saying driving an X amount of revenue, or increasing growth by X amount, or how much something has increased per quarter, or like conversion rates, anything like that. Obviously this is all digital marketing related, but using numbers is so important because they've got so many CVs to read, and they'll want to ensure that you obviously know and understand numbers, but also the success that you've had in your role. So definitely scream and like shout out all the numbers that you have done that is relevant to that specific role. The fourth tip is, if you are applying to an external role, just ensure you're not using any acronyms or any terminology that's just used obviously internally, because a HR recruiter or hiring manager could get kind of confused, and they might obviously not know what it means. And even if you're applying internally, different parts of the business might use different terms, and I've definitely learned that from like my old role to this role, like different terms that we use mean different things. So just make sure you are really clear in what it stands for, just so that everyone is aware. The fifth tip is highlight internal and external achievements, so even outside your core role and also volunteering. So what I've done is I've included my day-to-day role and responsibilities, like obviously with data and achievements, but things outside my day-to-day core role. So that's maybe doing panels within Google, or externally, and achievements that I might have done, like being part of the group for disabilities and the work I've done with them, and maybe helping out bodies, etc. And like just stating extra things other than your day-to-day role, because they want to hire an all-rounded person. And if you've done all these things outside of your core role that you're passionate about, that you can scream about, definitely include that. They'll be really impressed by that, and it's also something that they'll have a look at, and they might even want you to elaborate in your interviews. But when you're starting your first job, they kind of want to see your personality come through as well through your CV. Next tip is quite simple, but just ensuring that you do have your email and your mobile on there, because I know a lot of people who have asked me to like see CVs and offer advice, they haven't got that. So just make sure you've got some sort of contact details on there, just so they can contact you. And another tip is using bullet points. So I did this when I first started my CV writing a few years ago. I just wrote paragraph after paragraph, and you're like, no one has time to read all of that. So just use bullet points, make the format consistent, and just ensure that it is clear. So for example, all the jobs you may have done is kind of a certain color or a certain font. You can write the job title in another format, but make it consistent, so that when you're talking about the job maybe that you did before that, it's kind of in the same format, just so it's really clear, so they can work out when you did it, the time, the day, and your role and the responsibilities for that job, and then the other jobs behind it. I think definitely keeping it under 2 pages. I know some people can do it under 1, which is amazing. For me personally, I'm still kind of new into my career, like two years in basically, so I have 2 pages because of my apprenticeship, my work experience, and like all the volunteering stuff that I've done outside, but also my new role. But I guess slowly, as I move up in terms of the next 3-4 years, perhaps I can condense it. And because this video is more tailored to people who are starting out their careers, it is also okay to say kind of some of your school achievements, whether that's like if you've done an EPQ and like your grades, etc. And I think some of that is really important to highlight, so that they're aware. And even in my apprenticeship CV, I remember stating what clubs I was part of. Obviously I've taken that out now, but when you're starting your career and it is your first job, like showing the extracurricular stuff you did you lead a team, etc., were you captain, and just random little bits like that could really help and show your skills through them as well. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. I knew this was going to go over the time limit that I had set myself, but hopefully it wasn't too long and too rambly. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to comment and give it a like. I will hopefully have another video in the next few weeks as well. I'm planning to vlog the next week, so I just want to slowly get back into it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.